Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Interesting piece of news here, and is about Iran having and testing its hypersonic missiles. Now, this news is very interesting because here in the United States of America, we are told that Iran is a backward theocracy, and somehow they don't have anything, and nothing good comes out of that. On the other hand, they tell us that they're capable of enriching uranium. They build hypersonic missiles. They have drones that sell to the Russians, who are somehow incapable of building their own drones. But on the other hand, the Russians give the Iranians, or plan to give the Iranians, fighter jets. It's just a mishmash here. But let's see what this article tells us about Iran's hypersonic missile capability. This article comes from Sputnik, and it is from today, February 25, 2023. Iran reveals newly developed long-range missile with Mach-13 top speed. Iran says it has developed, that's why I emphasize says, it has developed a long-range hypersonic missile capable of reaching any of the US regional military bases in the area. Iran has developed a missile capable of hitting targets at a distance of 1,025 miles, which is 1,650 kilometers. The commander of the airspace division of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Amir Ali Hajizadeh, has detailed. Hajizadeh, that's how it is, Hajizadeh said that by using the missile, Iran is, and I'm quoting, now capable of targeting American aircraft carriers at 2,000 kilometers, which is 1,242 miles distance, end quote. The Iranian official further claimed, that's another key word, the missile could have been developed with a longer range, but Iran capped it out of respect for the Europeans. Yeah, okay, you capped it. I wouldn't cap anything. Does it look like they have respect for you? Well, you try to still have those guys inspect. Do not allow yourself, as much as you can in your life, to depend on others. You will have to. You depend on things always, for electricity and all that, for the fuel, from food, unless you grow your own. But do not let others decide, as much as you can, decide your destiny or your life. Why shouldn't you decide theirs if it would be like, someone has to decide someone else's life? So when you are in a war with someone else, don't let yourself, be, how should I put, judged by your enemy in a way that, how about we stop fighting and you're going to tell me I'm going to be at your mercy. No, don't ever let yourself to someone else's mercy. The other way around, or, okay, if you want, yeah, you do it, but don't do that. The same here, the Iranians are trying to, out of respect for Europeans, why do you think it's so? For the businesses they have, and the what? The Iranian nuclear deal that they're trying to, make sure that the Europeans are going to back them. Again, you depend on them. You let you let them assess if you should have, you should not have, but you have nothing to say about the Europeans. You see, it's always, not always, but these guys are telling you, they're always, not always, again, trying to tell you what to do and to direct you here. I don't see Iran telling the Americans or the Europeans, well, you know what, you should change that bullshit with that little policy that you have. How about that one? No, you should change that. Why? Because it's you are at their mercy. It seems like they have more power than you. So try to avoid that, and some people solve it, like the little woodchuck from North Korea. Nobody touches him. Yeah, they impose sanctions on them, but you know what I mean? Poor but free, let's put it this way, than rich and a vassal state. I say, well, you're free or not free. You are, well, at least they do whatever they want over there. Well, these guys are trying to keep them, to isolate them as they like. But still, you know what I mean? You can't be told what to do. You know, yeah, you're barred from here, from there. So basically, you can't access that, you can't access that. But you don't follow orders, what I'm trying to say. You don't follow orders. I'm not saying that, oh my God, arm yourselves, get nuclear weapons and so on. But it seems like the countries with nuclear weapons are treated a little bit differently, if you know what I mean. They give you more money. That's a different way of changing your opinions on certain things. So let's see what else these guys say here. This is not the first time Iran has said it developed a hypersonic missile. In November 2022, Iran revealed it created its first national hypersonic ballistic missile, although the U.S. State Department casted doubt on those claims at the time. Iran says its missile program is necessary as a deterrent, something Hajizadeh echoed during his announcement. And I'm quoting, "If we fail to be strong, the enemy will bring the war inside Iran." He urged, after referencing the United States, and I'm quoting, "We should be very careful in order to be able to meet the security needs of our dear nation and country." Well, the United States obviously has had benefits from a destabilized Middle East because the United States are stabilizing it. Look how they stabilized Iraq, for instance. They did a great job, right? And said it was the root cause of conflicts around the globe, especially mentioned a situation in Ukraine and Taiwan. Yeah. Thanks to the missile program, according to Hajizadeh, Iran is now capable of striking U.S. regional bases whenever the need arises. Well, I don't know if that's so, but let's see. The true capabilities of the missile won't be known until a video of live test is released. But Iran claims its new missile is capable of reaching Mach-12 to 13, 12 to 13 times the speed of sound, and can avoid missile defense systems thanks to in part to a built-in engine that increases the missile's maneuverability when it approaches its target. By comparison, the newest American prototype hypersonic missile, the AGM-183A, has a claimed top speed of Mach 20 but has never reached even Mach 6 in testing. It has a range of roughly 994 miles, 1,600 kilometers. So, and they just reached this prototype. They figured it out, a few months ago. They tested. It's true, you have to see it, because you can, on the paper, you can look that you can do it, but did you build it? And believe me, if you build it, you must have tested. If you don't test it, how do you know it goes over there? On the paper, everything looks good. I can make whatever I want to fly, but it's on the paper. And if you tested that missile, I almost guarantee you that the Americans will have seen that. You know, that would have been able to say yes. And if you tested, then the Iranians would have videotaped it. And if the test failed, would not release it. If the test succeeded, here it is. That's how you do. So, and that's how they do. The same thing with, going into space and all that. You know, a lot of people say, well, it's not only one. If it doesn't work out, they're not going to release it. If it works just fine, they will release the footage. The same here. So I don't think, as I said, show the footage and then we're going to believe you. Until then, you can say on the paper whatever you want. But we'll see. It's very interesting that the Iranians are capable of building a hypersonic missile, but they, according to the Americans, want Russian fighter jets. Okay, well, I think a hypersonic missile, if you have, I think it's faster and easier to build than a fighter jet. I think it has more technology involved in it and more little things. And then you have I think a hypersonic missile is much better than a fighter jet. But it depends how you launch that. hypersonic missile. If you need the jets to launch it, then yes, get some Sukhoi 31 and no Sukhoi MiG 31, and that should do the job. But then those are not. No, I don't think MiG 31 was a fighter jet. I think it was a how do you call that? Interceptor. That's why it was not used. Yes, but it's very powerful and goes high altitudes. That's what I know about MiG 31. That's the one that's used in, for instance, in Belarus. Whenever a MiG 31 takes off, everybody is, oh my God, there's Kinzhals over there underneath, and sometimes they are. So it's not Sukhoi flanker or anything like that. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.